Hello, hello, my friends, my tribe. If you're watching the replay, go ahead, fast forward a few moments because I'm just going to take a few moments to share because I care and I want everybody to have a chance to find this wherever they typically do. So if you can help me tag somebody, inspire somebody, help me share this with somebody. Gonna get everybody in here. If you're in here, go ahead and get comfortable. Let me know that you're here so I know that people are finding us. Thank you, thank you. Just getting everybody in here. Thank you if you're on time. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Today we're working on the fire chakra, so I'm sharing a song that is called Fire by Danya. While we wait on everyone to get here, let me know you're here. I've been seeing triple digits all day, so since we're on the third chakra, give me a 333. Let me know you can hear me. Getting everybody in here. Gonna start in just another moment. Alright. Just gonna get my computer all together here. Beautiful. So, how's everybody feeling tonight? I am so glad you all are here with me. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, you guys have been showing up and it feels so great. If you haven't already, go ahead and grab your journal and get comfortable because I'm going to give you another journal topic in the end of this video. And we're going to discuss a lot of feelings and emotions. Today has been quite the solar plexus day for me. I too received Reiki from a friend who helped pull out any gunk I had left there, and it's just been really relaxing. And Silaman hosted an in-person chakra meditation at the Wellness Center in Cumberland, and it's been very, very chakra amplified energy, so it is great. I'm excited to have you all here with me yet again. And again, I'm curious who's here, so if you haven't, just let me know in the comments whether you're watching now or a replay. And I just want to truly thank all of you for participating and sharing so much love and support for each other. It's been beautiful to see how many of you have posted in the comments, how many of you have shared things you created, shared photos of yourselves, your family. All of that is so awesome. Now, I just want you to take a nice big deep breath and feel that inspiration and passion. And again, thank you so much for showing up for you. Someone in the comments said they like my yellow. I am sporting my yellow with my citrine because the color of the solar plexus chakra is yellow. And one of the things I like to do when I work with chakras is work with color therapy. They've connected the different frequencies and the colors to different vibrations and the ability to enhance a connection to a specific emotion. When I was younger and then my family was introducing my baby cousin into the family, who is now a grown man, we were painting his bedroom yellow, and it was before we knew if he was a boy or girl. And I said, are we painting it yellow because we don't know if he's a boy or a girl yet? And my aunt said, no, I read in a book that babies really like yellow. So then later when I took my Reiki courses and people started to explain auras and color therapy to me, yellow is a very happy, bright color for most people. Now some people might resonate differently, but for most of us, yellow really amplifies that emotion of joy. I think it has something to do with sunshine and how we associate the sun with the color yellow and feeling that light. So let's go ahead and move on to a little bit more of what the third chakra has to deal with today. So specifically, the solar plexus is found right in the center of your body, in your belly. You know, that place where you get the most butterflies, or that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach all the time? That is because this is the energy center of fire. The fire chakra is controlled by guilt and a little bit of confidence and just pride, as well as the emotions and how we respond to other people. So when we work in the solar plexus chakra, or really any chakra, it's important to see our energy as the fire that's brewing within us. So as we dive in today deeper and we focus on the guilt we have for things that maybe we've done or we've allowed to happen in our life, we're going to begin to access deeper connections to ourselves, to spirit, to our friends, to our family, but most importantly, to that inner emotional center. You see, we're often born into situations and families, even places, with opportunities and oftentimes also traumas or events that we have to work through. We have to survive through this experience. We make connections, and those connections then build energy within us. We love people, and we feel a deeper connection towards people, places, and things. And you know what? Where do we feel those connections? Where do you feel the emotions? Well, I know for me, it's right in the gut. It's right in the stomach all the time. It's like where everything weighs on me. And if it's not in my stomach, it's in my shoulders, which is connected to the heart. And we'll get there tomorrow. But I feel so much right in my gut. Who else is there with me? Let me know in the comments. Do you feel your emotions in your gut? Who has stomach issues, or they just can feel when somebody is having an ache or pain and they feel it kind of in their gut? I would love to hear more from you. Here's the thing though. We need to be able to claim our power. I want you to be able to remember that you manifest your reality. Basically by how you respond to the situations that you're put in, the opportunities that you're given. So how have you responded thus far? What are the things that maybe you're proud of, as well as some of the things you're not so proud of? What are some things you're guilty of? Have you burned some bridges? Have you said some things to friends or family that maybe you're not too proud of? Maybe you felt real bad right after you said it. You know that when you said those things, you instantly felt a sense of guilt, and it was more your ego talking, less of your spirit and higher self and compassion talking. When we feel that guilt, it builds up within us. How many of us have said things that have lost us friends and family, and we wished we could make those connections, but we're too afraid to make the first step? Sometimes too afraid to own up to those guilty feelings. Have you been able to forgive others when needed, when they blow up? As well as set boundaries. You see, as you access this energy, you should feel this fire burning within you. Because when we think of pride or shame, it's like this energy of either a lot of joy or pure hatred of and within and for ourselves. can you connect with this burning emotion within is a question I get a lot. Like, how do you connect with this passion? How do you find a way to control it? You see, one of the things that somebody taught me once was, instead of letting it burn you from the inside out, you have to be able to breathe. It's one of the reasons that meditation has found a way to serve me. So often I would let the fire within me just burn until I burnt out. But instead I learned how to tame the fire. I should say I'm always learning how to tame the fire, because life is like a video game and we're always getting that new boss level that we have to figure out how to survive through. But when you can tame that fire and you can accept that you're a phoenix and you allow that fire instead to burn you, to cleanse you, you find a way to accept your past mistakes. You can find a way to fuel your passion and be the best you that you can be. That's how you can access and really work with this solar plexus chakra. You can build deeper connections. You can rebuild your family and your generational trauma and put it into a perspective and make it a learning lesson so that your family and generations can heal, even if you don't necessarily fully interact with different aspects of or different people because they've hurt you. You see, you got to claim that fire. You got to remember that you are the light that you've been looking for in the darkness. You are your light. So often we look for that light within others, but you are that light. So as I said, the solar plexus chakra also deals with our connection to family and others, and it's where we hold our feelings towards other people, as well as that heart chakra. Especially for our children, our siblings, our parents, and those of us that are tuned to be more empathetic, because I think we can all be empathic. Empathic's a word that's been being thrown a lot as more people begin to wake up and access this higher vibrational energy. And just like being clairvoyant or clairaudient, it's one of those extra senses or superpowers that you just have to allow yourself to tap into a little deeper. So those of us that are a little more attuned to be empathic, we have a harder time keeping this area balanced. And we feel others feeling so deeply and so easily that we allow their emotions to overcome our emotions also. How many people feel like that? How many people feel like your emotions are controlled by other people's emotions very easily? I want to know. Drop it in the comments. Or if you know somebody who has the ability to control everybody's emotions in the room. Either that one person that lights everybody up or just brings everybody down. That's also having a deep control on your empathy, because you're then controlling your own aura to alter other people's in the room. How many people feel that? Or have heard the word empathic? What's that mean for you? Drop it in the comments. Start a discussion. You guys are allowed to talk and comment. I'm building a community here. I want you all to be tribe and friends and family, because we're helping grow our family. Part of the solar plexus chakra too is realizing that family is thicker than blood. Family is that energy that understands you and welcomes you and accepts you. And imbalances in this area can block us from our physical family as well as our spiritual family. We're meant to meet new people and to learn from others and to become a tribe beyond just our blood. So again, imbalances in this area and the solar plexus and the ability to control our own inner fire, they can cause a lot of physical issues like ulcers, digestive issues, anything connected with your gut. And if you're feeling these things physically, I suggest you take a look at your solar. Personally, I had struggled for a while with how I acted as a teenager. I dealt with a lot of loss and I didn't really process my grief. And grief is something huge. So huge. We're going to talk about grief and loss tomorrow in the heart chakra. But I had a lot of guilt because of how I would just blow up. My emotions were uncontrollable because not only was I feeling the grief, I was feeling this deep spiritual connection. This connection of understanding that, no, I don't think any teenager can fully process. I know I couldn't. That it was all for a bigger reason. I adapted my understanding of everything happens for a reason when I started losing people. Because I couldn't understand why a God or a great spirit or the universe would take these people like our parents and young children and friends and family away from us when they were so needed in the physical. But then I realized that by forcing us to understand that attachment, And the emotions and the guilt that we felt towards our connections with those people altered our perception of how we reacted in the here and now. Again, we're going to get into grief and loss a little deeper tomorrow. But some other things were that I was just acting out of fear and hurt rather than love. That's something I think so many of us are guilty for, when we act out of fear rather than love. When we can forgive ourselves for the things we feel guilty for and accept that they are, again, a part of who we are, a part of the learning, the lessons, and we also really release and are finding ways to forgive others, this is how we're able to move forward and release blockages. Maybe you've been feeling guilty about how you've been showing up lately. Maybe you know that you can be a better version of you. You don't have to beat yourself up. All you have to do is put one foot in front of the other and do the best you can to show up. Maybe you said something to someone that really hurt you. Maybe someone has programmed you to be ashamed of something that you should have never been ashamed for in the first place. Goodbye, narcissistic friends or family member. It's time to delete people, or distance people, I should say, from your life that are trying to make you feel guilty all the time. You know, those people that always try to make you feel guilty and don't own up to something they did? Those are the people you need to distance yourself from just for a while. Because you have to give them time to change their perspective, to learn and heal and see where they've kind of done wrong too. Now, there's times that people will be your reminder and your mirror, and they'll want to tell you what you did wrong, and they might make you feel guilty, but then they also own up to something. They acknowledge where they were also in the wrong, and maybe they were willing to apologize, and you're not willing to accept it yet, and that's okay. Everyone does their own stuff in their own time and their own process. But whatever it is, however you figure out your process that makes you feel like the best version of you, I want you to be proud of it. I want you to be proud of it. I want you to take a moment and really look guilt in the face and say, no more. I'm proud of who I am. I'm striving to be the best version of I can be. And I'm going to find a way to honor anything that I felt guilty for so that I can find my balance and move forward. I can figure out how to learn from those emotions and those past mistakes and move forward. So do me a favor and say this with me. Say it with me wherever you are, whenever you're listening. I am proud of who I am. I am proud of who I am. I am proud of who I am. I want you to just remember to say that. Because if you're not, if it makes you twitch a little to say I'm proud of who I am because you're not quite yet proud, then I want you to make a vow right now, to take steps to be the person that you can be proud of. No matter what has happened up until this point, give yourself permission from the universe to let all the past shameful whateverness go. Because all you can do is put one step in front of the other to be the best version of you can be. And start reacting to other people and honoring your emotions in a way that you are proud of. I've received a lot of lashback from communities sometimes when I try to go into this and I try to give people help that maybe have done some dark things, or people ask me all the time why I give people so many chances. Now, I too have boundaries. I will cut people off. I will distance them when needed. I think that is so important. But there are some people that when they do something wrong, they have a mob mentality come and try to smother them. And people just will rip them apart. You see this a lot when somebody gets put on the news, or if somebody has a larger following, like somebody famous or something. And all of a sudden people start this hate train of gossip and just hateful, dark energy. And I don't understand why people would rather see that person hate themselves or put themselves in a suicidal streak or even kill themselves. Like when you see people tell other people to kill themselves, what is that serving anybody? What is that serving anybody? Because if that person kills themselves, then their energy just goes right back into the cycle, and then they have to relearn all of that and bring all of us with them energetically and karmically, rather than motivating that person to instead put one step in front of the other and to fix themselves, to learn from themselves, to prove that they can be something else wise, that they aren't trapped in a cycle of guilt and blame. How often have we put somebody in a box and thought, oh, this person is terrible. This person has done so many terrible things they can never change. And yes, there are people that can be dark people. But if we don't give them the ability to change, how does that make us any different? Because what if you were put in that situation? What if somehow, some way, something happened and you were the one on the other side? Would you not want the ability to prove yourself? Would you rather somebody say elsewise? Here's the thing is, I'm not very religious. Mainly because I think a lot of the current theologies are very one-sided. But I like to say that Jesus is my homeboy in a way that I still learn a lot of lessons from him. I learned a lot of different teachings about how he sacrificed himself to give for others in a way that it gave them a chance to prove that they weren't all sinners. And he didn't hang out with all the saints. He was said to break bread with the sinners and those that had traumatic experiences and that weren't understood by the communities. And he didn't hang with the sinners to be a sinner, but instead he hung out with them to inspire them, to give them a chance. And I'm not trying to say that any of us are sinners, any of us are saints. In fact, I think we're all a little bit of both. I think that that's why we're here having a human experience, and that's why Spirit has channeled all of us here to be in the physical right now and connect. To learn from both the good and the bad, and to understand the physical experience, emotions, pain, love, shame, joy, and so much more, that all lies right in our stomach, in the womb, where we're created by our other people, by our mothers, by our fathers, by the Great Spirit. We're channeled in through the womb, through that solar plexus energy. We're here to feel the physical. And I just felt so guided to go on that little tangent for a while. So now that I've channeled that for us, I want to get back to the empathy for a moment. So if you're still with me, thank you. Let me know in the comments that you're still here. I would love to know your point of view here. So now that I channeled that, I feel that everyone is starting to really feel everyone else's emotions. I asked the empathy earlier to see a response, and I saw many comments popping up there. And that's what I'm saying is we all have these superpowers. We all have this ability to be more than just sympathetic. Because when it goes back to that kind of hippie person, or that hippie persona of we are all one, it comes back to all of us feeling each other's energy. More people are starting to have synchronicities and telepathic connections in a way, where they start to see things happening, or they'll see a person they just thought about. And it's more than just a synchronicity. It's an energy. It's a frequency that we're tuning into. And part of that comes through that interconnectedness. It's connected through not only our upper chakras, but it starts right there in that womb again, that solar plexus, where we can feel others' emotions and we can tap into them. And you have to think that that's important to understand who we surround ourselves by. Who do you surround yourself by? What other energy are you taking in? Other people's emotions? Who do you allow in your inner circle to affect you? Earlier, I talked about giving other people chances, and some people you can step away from. You can allow them to have space so that they can change and they can become this new version of them. You don't have to allow them at your dinner table. You don't have to allow them to cross your boundaries to allow them to have space to change. Again, some people we can step away from, others we can't. You know, like the crazy girl that you work with that doesn't understand boundaries, that stepmother-in-law that you obviously don't want to get rid of your husband, but you just have to understand that, put a boundary there so that she leaves you alone. Or maybe you have a boss that expects you to go above and beyond, but doesn't know what a pay raise is. Yeah, I get it. There's people that we can't always choose who we want to be around and surround ourselves with. But that's when it comes down to we can choose how we react. We can choose how we react. I feel like Sulo had a really good quote for that in one of the recent Bring Me to Life podcasts. And I think I just shared it on the Bring Me to Life's Facebook. So if you want to hear more on how we react, choosing how we react, check out the Bring Me to Life podcast. We talk about that a lot. But I think that you've got the gist that our solar plexus feels these reactions. It feels this lack of boundaries. And boundaries are so important. Remember that we teach others how to treat us. and how to love us, which I'm going to get into a lot tomorrow with the heart chakra. But for now, I think I've babbled enough. I want you to get your journals out. I want you to get comfortable. I want to take a drink and a breather. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, drop it in the comments. I'm really glad that you guys are here. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys your journal topics while you get comfortable. And these are in the description so you can check into them later. I have another 2-part process for you. The first mission of the day is write down 5 things that you have felt guilt for in your life. I want you to really think on these things and think of how that guilt has molded you or controlled you through your life. So the first mission of the day is 5 things that you have felt guilt for. And I want you to really think on how they've controlled you. So if you felt guilty about something and maybe you didn't repair a friendship, or you didn't go to an event because somebody was going to be there, or you quit your job because you had a blow up, something you felt guilty for and how it changed your life. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It teaches us lessons, but I wanted you to work it out. Now, part 2. I want you to write about a time that you learned a lesson from someone else's experience. You can dive in on have you ever felt guilty for what someone else has done because you witnessed it? Or do you feel empathic in how do other people's emotions affect you? So you can kind of pick what you want for that part 2, but I want you to dive into the empathy and feeling through others' experience, because that's what we're here to do too, is to witness through others' experiences, to bear witness and understand. So now before we do all that, before you get too deep into the journal, you can think about it, but I want to walk us through a meditation where some of the things may come up. I want you to allow yourself to kind of dive in, and it might be a little bit different than the meditation that I give you guys all on the free CD download, which the link for that is also in the description. You can get our free chakra meditation CD that I co-created with my divine partner Suleiman, who is getting ready to launch a divine expression group course, and it's going to be great. He's got a lot of beautiful music and meditations available for you all too at suleiman.com, and we're gonna dive in. So I want you guys to go ahead and take some breaths, and I am getting the music. All right. So as you breathe deeply, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Hold it at the top for a second and feel that solar plexus as you let it out. Take nice deep inhales in through the nose. Hold it and release through the mouth. Like you're blowing a candle, or you're blowing out all of the emotion and the energies that are blocking you. Because I want you to really feel those emotions. Feel that solar plexus as it releases and takes in energy right in your gut. I want you to feel what this guilt has been doing to you so that you can release it. Begin to process through the times you felt guilt or shame, since they can often be interconnected. Guilt and shame, how can you release them? As you feel these emotions burning within, allow the sounds of the fire to burn them away. Burn away any of that pent-up energy. any emotions that are holding you back. Any blockages. We're gonna let all of that go. Let all of that crap go. Get it out. Taking those deep breaths. Keep building the breath. Doing some breath work here tonight. In, hold it, and out. In and out. Releasing all of that inner air. That inner fire is building and building and cleansing. Feel that fire within. Let it warm you up. Remember that this area is in control of the most powerful energetic areas of your physical self. It's the seat of your personality as well as the charisma and how you connect and show up to others. How do you forgive? How do you understand? This power center also controls your energy. Not only are we what we eat in the physical, we are the energy and the emotions that we take in. Controlling your emotions. Controlling the flow of the fire within gives you personal power, the ability to carry out any task, to complete an action, or to make something happen, to manifest something. When you feel drained, this energy area needs your attention. Just as solar panels take energy from the sun and convert it into electricity, your solar plexus chakra governs the conversion of your personal energy systems, your emotions, your frequency. You must allow your consciousness to sort through any difficult impulses, experiences, or traumatic reactions that you have. Give yourself the power to decide which responses you show up with in the world. Which connections you wish to honor and which you wish to make distance with. Feel that fire. Feel it releasing you of any guilt, any shame. Breathe slowly and deeply with each inhale, giving more power to that flame. Allow it to rise around you, to fuel you, not to burn you, not to shame you. You control this fire. this fire building up your courage, your openness, your confidence, your strength. Now also visualize your boundaries. While you have this fire, put a shield around your body energetically. Keep that fire within you so that you can fuel yourself up. Fuel yourself up. Learn how to control your emotions and your reactions so that you don't have to affect others in a room unless you're trying to light them up in a good way. Feel the tingling throughout your solar plexus chakra, right in the middle of your torso. And give gratitude to the fire and the experiences you've had that you've now let go, because they've taught you lessons. They've showed you how you want to show up in the world. Allow your fire to fall into your personal being. Bring that fuel within, but feel that light. Take that light and light your candle, your inner candle that you can keep with you as a reminder of this experience. Try to bring your body back into the room, into the present, and allow yourself to smile as you know that you've gained your power back. It's up to you to control your emotions. Take a moment to come back here with me. Let me know how it made you feel. I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below. Now, as always, I'm really grateful that you showed up. You can earn points for the things that I'm giving away. I would love for you to share your experience with others. There's been many of you that have been sharing your experience with others. I would love for you to share something that you've been working through or something that you do to help build your inner fire in a different way. You can share a little bit of your journal post, a little piece that you think will help others, remembering that this is a safe space, but you get a bonus point if you also share with us a photo of you being totally silly or just ridiculous, something ridiculous and funny. Because I want you guys to take this guilt and turn it into some sort of joy or lesson. Maybe something that you would normally be ashamed of, but you remember that this is a safe place for you to be your authentic self. I want you to show up. I want you to be you. I also want you to remember that my 8-week course that will be opening up for signups at the end of this week will be a deeper dive into the healing methods for these chakras. Here I'm giving you a look into why it's important to work with these chakras, and I'm giving you a taste of my meditations. But in the deeper course, I go through oils, crystals, and other practices that can really help you understand these chakras on a deeper level, and I dive into the discussion even more. So I would love to work with you guys. If you have questions about the 8-week course, let me know. There is a little bit of information on my website. We're going to have about a week of signups for that. So if you do want to get signed up now, I guess you technically could, but I want to give you guys this full week experience with no expectations to just feel in and learn and to understand why this is so important to me. This is deeper than just the chakra system, the chakra. You might hear someone say chakra. I had someone tell me I'm saying chakras wrong. As long as it's helping you get the understanding of how to control your emotional body, that's what I'm showing up here for. So, again, if you made it this far, I thank you. Give me a, I'm going to be the best me that I can be in the comments, or something along those lines. I know that's a long one. I'm going to be the best me that I can be. Because I really want you to program that in. I know it's a long one, but say it out loud a few times. And remember that if you're not proud of who you are right now, you can take one step forward to make yourself be proud of yourself in the future. So that is what it's all about. Tomorrow we dive into the heart chakra, so stay tuned and remember to share your post in the group. I'm going to play a little song here because yesterday people said I kicked off the video too quick and they didn't get to leave a comment. So, I want to know what you guys thought. Let's have a little dance party while you guys leave me a comment and make a new friend. What are some things you're working through right now? This song is called The Sun Will Shine. And I just want you all to remember, I am so grateful to have you all here, and the activity has been so amazing. My heart is already so full. So leave me a comment. Let me know, how has this experience been helping you? I'm going to check out the comments while we listen to a song for a moment. Because I hate leaving you guys so soon and not knowing what you had to say. What happened for you? I'm on the screen looking at myself, but I want to connect with you for a minute. I love it. So many of you can feel other people's emotions. That's wild. I know that it's an active awakening process for so many people. And I just love knowing that it's not just me. I'm so glad so many of you made it to the live. Mooney says, you all have moved me beyond words with what you have shared. Your strength to share and push forward despite what's been thrown in your direction is inspiring. Thank you all for sharing and allowing me to feel a part of a community that supports and loves one another for all that we are. She wrote a lot more, but I love that. That's a lot of goodness right there. Give me some more quotes. Let me know how I can inspire other people. What are things that have helped you already? What are some things that have come up for you? Ah, so many beautiful humans. Yay! Alright, let's see. Someone says, I have been working on placing negative family and friends at a distance, but I'm planning to be close to them when I feel my strongest. That's all you can do. I'm not telling you to distance people forever. I'm actually hoping that less bridges can be burned and more understanding can be had. It's so hard. I have friends and people that I've been wronged by, and I wanna cut them off. And I'll distance myself for maybe a year or two, and I want to give them the chance to change. I want to see people show up for themselves. I want them to be the best version that they can be. I don't want to just write them off as a lost cause. But you can only deal with people when you're at your strongest. You got to fill your cup up so that it can overflow. And the best thing you can do to help others is to be the best version of you to help inspire them. So I think this has been a great feed. Thank you so much for showing up. If you need to catch the replays of any of the other videos, they are in my group, the Light Up Your Life Shine Tribe group. I've also been posting them to my YouTube, and I am doing my best to get out on all of the social medias. Anything you can do to help me share any of this content to show that you care means so much to me. Comments mean a lot. Reshares mean a lot. Post your favorite memes, because apparently Facebook loves memes and graphics and GIFs and emoticons or whatever they're called way more than just text. So share and care, and I will see you all tomorrow. I love you guys. Stay awake, shine on always.